Hello there everyone, this is IronMark3 and welcome back to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Yes, the place where everything is happy, rainbows and sunshine for all. There was totally no accidental cases of poisoning of innocent civilians and all that good stuff. Yes. There is, however, a slight situation going on at the moment, which is having a few knock-on effects as well, if I'm entirely honest. Sadly, it's one we've not really mitigated with our construction work so far as well. So, it's the power plant again. Once again, my glorious, absolutely perfect and everywhere republic has suffered from a power failure. Which, of course, is shutting down all the fuel pumps, all the refining, all the everything and all. So, power station's out. It's not because of workers, though. This time it's because of coal, and that's because we've run out of the almighty ruble. Yes. Sadly, we're not at the stage where we have actually got independent sourcing for power plant fuel, and as a result, we are imported directly, and it's already run out because we don't maintain very much of a buffer. So, we're going to have to solve this, but we can't solve this because we can't export money. Well, we import money, export something else. If we were exporting money, then it would be kind of bad. And we are, so it is kind of bad. You know what I'm on about, right? Anyway, the only way we can solve this is if we take a new loan out. So, we're going to have to do another loan. But, we're going to be a little bit sneaky with this one. So, max duration, interest amount, go away autosave, thank you very much. Thank you. Right, so we're going to do this again, 2 billion. This will be our third such loan, so that'll be like 3,000 per day going out in terms of loan interest. I didn't actually quite catch the amount of ruples being gone, so we're actually like, we're behind by multiple thousands at this point on the existing loans, so anything you miss is double the interest rate of the loan, so it's like not a situation to stay in. But we're going to take our loan. So there we go. We've got 2 billion. However, we are actually more or less sustainable in output rates, and we're actually in the black. It's just that we've got a bit of an interval between them, and we're also short on people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the second loan, which is 1.4 billion still owed, but it's 100 days less, and it's got a lower interest rate as well, so we're paying slightly less every day on that one. But I'm going to take this one. I'm going to pay back all the money. 29435. There we go. And then just delayed, so that's all but done. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, look at that sudden surge of buying out all the stuff. But if we can clear that out, it's not letting me do the delayed payment, so that's going to come out automatically, and then this loan should be clear, and we won't have to bother about it anymore. So hooray, we consolidated our loan. Just as well, because I think there's drastic measures might be called for because of the totally accidental, didn't happen at all. You people are hallucinating, case of poisoning all the people. Yeah, but that is actually an issue, which is we're actually running short on people because, well, hundreds of people are dead. There's no denying that. I wasn't at fault, but hundreds of people have died in this place, and so we need more people. So that means we're going to have to actually get some people in from outside our glorious republic. There's no other way around it. We just flat out need the workers. So, let's see. If I invite people from the Soviet bloc, it'll cost me 4,600 ruples for 10. Like $755 for third world immigrants, or 5,700 for 5 expert immigrants. I wonder what education level. I think the third world immigrants will have no education, right? There's still going to be people, but Oh, it seems to be a mixture, but a high level of no education, because that jumped by 5. I think the rest were basic education. So okay, so if I import 10 Soviet immigrants, then they're all got basic level. Okay, right, yep, okay, that's fine. We've actually got plenty of dollars, so we can actually alleviate our worker shortage a bit by inviting people from the third world to come and join us in Happy Funland. That sounds like a good idea. And besides, basic education, they'll get taught over here. I just need to make sure that I've got enough staff around that are highly educated. So I have to import some talent. Relocate 10 regular citizens to the neighbouring blocks. There we go, just get out. Go on. Mush. Go away. Because I want just to get the high value guys in here. There we go, that's plenty. And then the rest will just be a bunch of regulars. So, yeah, there we go. And ta-da! We've suddenly regained like a couple of hundred people, roughly, I think. Probably a bit less than that. I'm probably overstating the fact, but I can invite some third worlds from here. There we go. We have people again. Huzzah! More importantly, we've got a whole bunch of people from this block which are high-tech level. So that should help keep the hospital running and, more importantly, keep the school running, because the school is very, very busy. And teachers, for some reason, require university level. So I'm going to say this flat goes priority to that school, and then the rest can go priority to the school, priority to the hospital, and then priority to the train station. But the train station is last resort, so this block tries to get those two places staffed before anything else. And that should about do it. Hey! Okay, so we just need to let that run for a little bit, stabilize a little bit, and we need to see about processing fuel for our power plant so that we don't have the same situation happening again. Let's have a look. We need coal gravel processing. We need a coal mine, which, if you remember from way back in the first few episodes, oil doesn't need extraction people, but iron and coal does, which is a problem. But that'll output coal ore, then a coal ore processing turns it into coal at a 1-to-1 rate. No, wait, hang on. No, a 2-to-1 rate, sorry. And how many workers does that need? 15 workers on the processing, up to 220 on the mine. Ah. Well, that's going to be fun, isn't it? I guess the last thing is how much is it going to cost, because that'll give me a rough idea. 153,000 and 90,000. Okay, that's workable actually. We do have the resources to try and do this, and we also, I almost forgot, we haven't actually got a train exporting boards at all, so that's something else we could do. Time to start investigating this a little bit. Yep, I think this is doable. I think we can free ourselves from the shackles of, I was going to say corporate interests, but I guess this is corporate interest because we're trying to free ourselves from needing to pay people to give us stuff. So, yes. I don't know, for the greater good or something. Also, something I've noticed is interest rate seems to be partially tied to number of loans, so there's a fixed addition for every existing loan. Because when that other loan cancelled out, it actually dropped the interest rate back down to 4.7. So, yeah, each loan seems to take X percent, like 6% higher interest rate than the one before it. Oh wait, that's not right. 3%, sorry. I swear I'm not on drugs or anything. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, right, back to what I was talking about. We need the coal for the thing, and we can do something about that because there is coal nearby. The main coal bit nearby is actually over in these mountains over here, if we have a look at the map overlay. So it'll be around here-ish. Next to this village over here, but it's a bit outside my work radius at the moment. There is, however, a whole bunch of coal around this oil fields area, so I had a look and it's mostly scattered around here. There's even some by the roads. Admittedly, a mine in this area wouldn't be the most efficient, but it should be functional, which may be all we need at the moment. I guess my question is, do I want to set up a processing point over here and then just transport the coal, or do I want to transport the coal ore to some processing areas and then that processing area can be developed as things go on? So, like, maybe have a processing area down here near the power plants. Either way, if we need bulk transport, we'll need to have the railway line and all that stuff as well. So, you know, infrastructure costs are a thing. But as I find it, it's under conveyors, I think. Yeah, here we go. Train aggregates. These are like 73,000 worth for loading. The unloading one is actually like 50,000, so 2/3 the price for that. But yeah, I think we can do this. We can also like attach it to the trains coming to here. So the trains go to here, then they go to this thing, then they go to that over there. So because coal processing is actually a really, really low employee number thing. So yeah, I think that could work. The only issue is we'd have to go up here, which would mean a bus transport link of some kind. Again, shouldn't be too bad. I think I'll probably pull off this one here, because this one is within reach of the more developed part of the city at the moment. So that'd be something. Anyways, let's see. Construction, coal. Yeah, look, notice that ruples are actually climbing. So I was at like 450 last time I checked in before the cut, and we're at 540 now, so we are making money. Yes. I mean, sorry. Our glorious people are making money to better their future. Yeah, that. Jesus. There's what, coal under here? Wow, really? Well, nice dense spot is over here, though. One potential issue I'm noticing is that that's actually borderline past the area of our firefighter coverage. And that's because I've got the firefighters over here right next to the power plant. Bit of a mistake on my part, if I'm honest. So what I'm thinking is, I'm actually going to build a new fire station, and I'm going to build it like around here. I mean, it's got nice asphalt roads, it's nice and centralised to this area, and if I move it about there, so it's about here, yeah, about there, then it will cover about as far as the river. So if I expand across the river, I'll know that I'll need to build a new fireplace over there. But over here, it's here. It's centralised and it'll cover like a whole bunch of coal mining area and stuff. So you know, it'll be a sensible choice because there is good land here. So I kind of want to get that covered, but I don't want to have an extra fire station in operation. If that makes any kind of sense. So yeah, let's do that. I want to get a new fire station and move that before I actually get the coal system going, because there's multiple great sites up here, if I'm honest. I mean, look at it. There's a bit there, there's a bit there, there's a bit here, there's a bit over here, a bit here. There's some over here as well. So some nice little densest spots. I mean, there's a couple up here as well, for Pete's sake. I mean, that's all here. And if I can attach all these together, there we go, with conveyors, then potentially I can turn this into a decent work site to get coal, and it's far enough away from residential that it won't cause any kind of pollution to it. Not that that's a problem at all. Oh no, not at all. Just quickly double check this. Yeah, it looks mostly okay. This place is at 42 out of 120. I don't think it's being really affected because it's only like partially under the red. I'll have to keep an eye on this one. I've got to remember there's 42 people in this one. And I can't track how many people live or die. Wait, wait, average lifespan 61. 66, so... Okay, so I can tell something's a bit bad in this one because it's a lower average lifespan. But it's still not really been affected that much. In quotation marks, of course. Anyway, let's move that fire station. That's what I want to do. Admittedly, this is a bit of a chunk of change, but it is a resource which is available for export. So, I'm going to do it. As you can see, I have a new train coming up. It is a train which I will have away to go to the border, and it will be loaded with wooden boards. So that is something. Wait. If we have a look though, let's have a see. What are we exporting? We are exporting fuel, going for 129, bitumen for 209, oil for 45, almost. And if I export boards, it's only like 13.5. Well, just over that. So, as you see, it's a kind of low price, but it will be worth at least something. And it will be export from our population that we can tap into to empty this particular loading yard. There's of course going to be a stock of boards here for any construction work, but in general, this thing massively outpaces my construction needs as far as boards are concerned. So, yeah. Extra revenue stream sounds like a good idea to me. Also notice, by the way, I'm using the single-headed engine just for increased train capacity and stuff. So, here we go. This thing is holding up to 297 tons of boards. So I think this train actually might be a bit big. But at the very least, this place can actually start operating again. Look at those boards disappearing. Not going to bother with wood though. Wood is even worse. So if I have a look, wood is like only 9. So yeah, not worth much at all. Gravel's worth only 4. Sorry, quarried stone is only 4. Gravel is only 10. So at that point, it's barely worth anything. And right now, even now, this train is what, worth like about 5,000 at the moment. So we probably expect 8,000 or 9,000 rubles every time this train actually goes. So it's going to take ages to earn itself back. But its output, it's doing something. Hooray! All rejoice and all that jazz. So yeah, maybe it's a bit too big. Well. In other news, construction of the fire station is going quite handily apace. And I've also reworked the roads slightly around this area, so I noticed that vehicles are queuing up on the short stretch because some were trying to get to the fuel station and some were trying to get to the building depot. So this is now an intake only. I've moved this road over a bit, and this road actually has a one-way system on the very end of it going outwards, so vehicles can come in through here and then leave through there. I don't know if this is going to affect access to this, but I guess we'll find out if this ever catches fire, won't we? Because it might be a case the vehicle can only get to it and then it can't path outwards because it can't work out how to get past the fuel station. I'm still not entirely sure about that one, to be honest. In the meantime, though, people are happy, life is wonderful, yada yada, and I think we might need another school, and possibly university is on the cards, but honestly I think stabilising the power plants is probably first priority. Plus, we can export coal, so, you know, that's a good thing. Ah, comrades, they have done it! Our second residential sector has been completed. The statues are up. You know, the most important part, yes. The statues are now up. The place shows our commitment to communism and all that it entails. Truly, nobody can stop us now. Actually, there was an interesting comment, now that I think about it, like an episode or so ago. I think it was the last episode, really. No, episode before last, I think. And that is my comment when I said, like, if only Lenin could see us now. Yes. And the comment was, you are aware that it was, what was it, Marxist? Hang on, I'm just double checking this before I start mouthing off. Yeah, I think it was Marxist, wasn't it? Yeah, Marxist. Yeah, the question was, am I aware that Marxism, oh, what is his name? Karl Marx. There we go, Marx. Yeah, aren't I aware that Marx founded communism, not Lenin? Well, to explain that quote, it's actually a quote from Red Alert, the Red Alert series, specifically the Soviet Dreadnought, who, as one of their response phrases is, "If only Lenin could see us now." So yeah, they respond with that when you tell them to do stuff, and that's why I picked that quote from. I am aware, however, that yes, Marx was the founder, technically, of communism, but I also think it's fair to say that the widely perceived view of communism is probably Lenin's version, because Lenin took over and completely changed it, and then that's the one that was involved for most of the Cold War and stuff like that. So yeah, Marx kind of founded actually a socialist one, which I know is also generally regarded as a dirty word that it really shouldn't be, because its opponents love to smear it, and it gets distorted by everyone's interpretations and all that stuff. You got to love how people work, honestly. But yeah, I was aware that Marx was the original founder of Soviet communism. It's just that, to be honest, in that time period, communism in Soviet Russia had a bunch of different leaders, but yeah, Lenin kind of overwrote a lot of what Marx set in place. So enough waffling on, but yeah. Oh, the damage Lenin did. If only Lenin could see us now. Apologies to those that actually like Lenin's approach to things. But yeah, everyone has their own spin on it. Oh, actually the fire station's up. Okay, that means I can transfer the trucks out from the previous one and demolish it. Fine and dandy. You go over here. You, oops, no, you go over here as well. And then this should be drawing straight from the nearby houses, so it won't matter really if in terms of needing a bus directly to it, especially since I plan to actually turn this into the third developed section, this bit here. Okay, that's done. Yeah, okay, that just needs the oops, that truck just snuck past, didn't it? Oh dear, I'm going to have to reshuffle these now. Can't believe that. The big trucks went that way, the little trucks went that way, and it got there way faster. Typical. There we go. The new fire station is set. It's got its trucks in the correct order for a response, as my theory of how they react to fires, which is sends two vehicles, so first one out, fast responder, second one out, one with the heavy duty fire equipment. Which means that we can actually say goodbye to this one. It's served as well, but it's no longer required. So, yes. Why can't I demolish you? Demolish. I think I was probably clicking on the wrong button or something. Goodbye. It'd be nice if you could... Whoop. Well, I love it when that happens, honestly. Oh dear. This is going to require a bit of buying to sort out. That was a delete command, by the way, and it deleted the road on the other side for some reason. I don't know. I'll get it sorted though. This is going to have to be quick buy using rubles because this is a vital piece of connection. Same with the power link. And it's that high capacity line just there. There we go. Fixed. Nothing went wrong at all. But yeah, I am really leaning towards this being coal refining down here. And then this will be... there'll be an active mining sector just in this area now, especially now that we've got fire coverage for it. I mean, if we have a look, we actually still covered just to the far edge of the river, so I didn't move it as far as I could, but I didn't want to get it too far away from the buildings and actually need to have a bus transport for it. But this should cover nearby coal deposits up there and around as far as this mountain ridge here. So this should be pretty good. In the meantime though, money is building up quite steadily. Even though this train has yet to make a contribution, but it's still going pretty strong. I think it's time to hire in more people because we're definitely in the plus as far as that's concerned. Or maybe it's even time to just consider redoing that. I mean, there's people complaining about lack of space in schools and stuff. I mean, look at this. This school is actually going as hard as it can. As is the hospital. The hospital is actually it's getting a lot of use now. I think I want to get more ambulances into this thing. Let's do that. More ambulances. The nice fast ones. We gotta bust those ghosts. Yes. Busting ghosts just feels so good. And then I'm thinking like theatre and schools. Like move this over here and do another casual residential place, like some more facilities just to help allay people's needs and stuff just in this area here. And then residential full-fledged like this will be this one here and this one here. There was actually some people, I think, saying they couldn't get meat. Yeah, can't get the hospital. Pub tavern. This is actually very few. Actually, the lifespan is going down slightly in that area. Let's check the old pollution. Look at me, actually flipping caring about my people. This place is actually also low, so yeah, the pollution is still a bit of an issue, if I'm being fair. But it seems to be affecting like this general area around here. So this is like maybe just on the edge of it. Actually no, that's 65. That's actually doing quite well. But yeah, it looks like it's just clipping this area in what I'm willing to accept as livable conditions. So yes, we of course have to watch out for our people and do all that jazz. But I'm afraid we're about the end of the episode now, so we're going to end there. And I am going to say that next episode will be me getting coal production and things set up. And I'll be running out of this area here, so coal processing will be a priority industry as far as the train deliveries are concerned. Not that that's a bad thing, it's actually a good thing. It'll just make sure that any coal ore we mine is going to get processed down here and then sent off. Though actually, this might be a bit close to this part here. Blah, blah, blah. How big is it? Not that big, actually. I've got to be aware of the conveyor placement, though, and one of the issues is we're working in a bit of a hilly section as well. But I can move roads and things around, so I should be okay. The main issue is going to be the power lines, if I'm honest. I also might need to rework the railways a bit because that connection there is a bit iffy, and this one is kind of silly. This one is overly complex, if I'm being brutally honest. Oh well, it lets trains flow freely though, so it does its job. It just looks very, yeah. But until next time, this has been Glorious Comrade Ion Mark III in Soviet Republic. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. And I'll catch you all some other time. I'm just working on trying to get video output more consistent and reliable in these trying times, so yes. See you all later. Yep, those extra ambulances are coming in quite handy. I just really wish that these buildings would have more than one vehicle moving around at a given time. That would solve a lot as far as some bottlenecks are concerned. I mean, that's a huge amount of space to have only one vehicle actually active at once.